Hey everybody, Tanya from ShootingStarSVG back, and today I want to talk about trademark and copyright infringement. First off, I will start this video with the disclaimer that I am not a lawyer by any means, so anything that I say in this cannot be held against me. However, this is just my opinion going through this case that has been floating around Facebook and the internet about Luke Combs, Tumblers, and this woman being sued for $250,000 in Illinois. So I have recorded a few clips of me reacting to the video in my opinion. I have also publicly replied on Luke Combs' response, and I've gotten some interesting comments back, which I'm not going to go through today because they're just irritating the F out of me. But really the video and the purpose of the video is just to educate everybody on what is okay and what is not okay. As business owners, it can be really, really tough because there's a lot of balls that we have to keep up in the air as we're managing things. And I am very guilty of, in my early days, trademark and copyright infringement because I didn't know any better. So I took the time to educate myself. And what I'm trying to do now is continue to educate the masses because you don't want to be in the position of this particular woman. Now, I will preface with the fact that Luke is trying to rectify the situation currently so she doesn't have to be bombarded by this. However, that is his own personal stance. That does not mean that it is a blanket application to all famous people and celebrities because each one has their own opinion on what is okay and what is not okay when utilizing their quote unquote likeness in products for sale that are making a profit to that particular individual, but not for them, okay? So people like Taylor Swift that we see a lot of, we see a lot of Disney, Grinch, Marvel, Bluey is big lately, and this is not okay. This is not okay. You can get caught, you can get shut down, you can get sued. The thing in the Illinois case that really bothered me was that Illinois has the capability to serve via email. Sorry about my cat in the background, he's crazy. And that I did not agree with. However, when we go through this news clip in just a second, you'll see my reaction and you'll see why it is just so mind-boggling. So let's go ahead and play that and we'll go from there. I don't think the cries are real.
Came home to Pinellas Park after a hospital stay for heart failure. She found a financial nightmare waiting for her.
Yeah, she discovered that her online homemade gift shop had been sued in federal court by country music superstar Luke Combs. And worse, the judge had already ruled against her, ordering her to pay Combs $250,000. Desperate for answers she couldn't get on her own, she turned to Better Call Bacon.
Keith, in Florida, like in most states, the law requires that you're formally served a lawsuit in person by a process server. That is no longer the case in Illinois, and Nicole Harness was served through an email that went to her junk mail folder.
Let's talk about that. The email service that they're talking about is basically saying in Illinois, they can serve you to go to court in your email, and you might not know it. I don't agree with that. So that piece of the puzzle is mind-boggling to me. Because what if you have like multiple emails? How do they know that that's the right one? It just seems really janky and an error trap and a way for states to just, I don't know, get money out of people who probably shouldn't be getting money out of.
This is Ghostface.
Nicole Harness's only job is selling homemade tumblers and t-shirts through Amazon. She's a big Luke Combs.
This is Ghostface. Hello, lady. Ghostface. That is... What? You just got a letter for freaking infringement for $250,000 and you show a Ghostface Tumbler. Hello? Same S.
Combs fan, and says after she went to his concert in Tampa this summer, she decided to offer a Luke Combs themed tumbler. After selling just 18 of them, she learned Combs sued her along with various others for selling counterfeit merchandise. The worst part, the case is already closed, and the judge ordered her to pay $250,000 to Combs.
Very stressful. I don't have money to pay my bills. I just want this resolved. I didn't mean any harm to Luke Combs. I quit selling the tumbler. I pulled it down. I don't understand.
If you're running a business, you need to understand this. Anything copyright or trademark, movies, sports teams, anything out there that is owned by another corporation has a copyright or trademark associated with it, and you need to stay the F away, okay? Because if not, you could end up like this lady, and they might not be so nice. Reality of the situation is even when you're using things like school logos or businesses around your area, you need to get some form of written approval from them so you can use the CYA insurance or the cover your ass insurance, because who knows, somebody could turn around and be like, oh, you don't have approval to use it. Like, what is going on here? You don't have approval to use that. For somebody to claim ignorance like this really blows my mind, because majority of the people know what they're doing and they just play freaking dumb.
That same question.
$380.
$380. Give them that money.
Exactly.
The $250 grand.
I don't have.
Nicole tells me the notice went to her junk email. This judgment essentially shuts down her livelihood. As part of the lawsuit,
Two in one video. Ghostface snack cakes? Little Debbie, hello. What is going on here? So not only is this news station reporting on this, but they're also showing multiple instances of infringement. So if I was Amazon, I'm sorry, I would just shut the frickin' account down. I feel for this lady in Pinellas Park, but this should be a frickin' wake-up call to everybody out there that's making stuff.
all of her proceeds, about $5,500. She's free to keep selling merchandise, but all of the profit will go toward this judgment until the $250,000 is paid off. I looked at the lawsuit with attorney Matt Winder, who is not associated with this case. He called this a cautionary tale for anyone selling homemade products online.
So I'm surprised and sympathetic to this poor woman that, is probably just trying to provide for herself. But the law can be very harsh. And frankly, to find that in Illinois they're now allowing email service, this may be the test case for why that shouldn't happen. I certainly encourage her to communicate with the court and tell her side of the story.
Meanwhile, Nicole is hopeful that if Combs hears about this, he might accept her apology and cut her a break on the fine.
But tell him I'm sorry. Like I said, I didn't mean any harm. I'm a supporter of Luke Combs. I respect him. Not something I meant go wrong like this.
If you respected him, you wouldn't be making merchandise to benefit from his celebrity status. I'm sorry. I can't wrap my head around it. And Luke Combs has responded, so we will watch that after this is done. But I'm telling you what, this is just, it blows my mind. I can't say shit, because when I first started out in the design world, I did have infringing items. And there are some times where I go through my Etsy shop, which has hundreds and hundreds of digital files, that I will occasionally find something that is still infringing. So keep that in mind. Not everybody's perfect, but it's how you learn from these things. And I hope this isn't encouraging people to just do the wrong thing, because that's what this is. It's the wrong thing.
That's my day-to-day life.
I reached out to the Illinois attorney handling this case for Luke Combs, and I have not yet heard back. It is unclear whether Combs himself is even aware of this case.
So obviously I clipped some of those parts out, but I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are and what you felt while you went through and watched that, with my reaction and my commentary. Now I want to get into the Luke Combs portion. He did respond this morning, and this is why I want to kind of get after it so people can see what he's specifically saying. And of course, he's being celebrated for helping out this lady without really knowing or understanding, in my mind, what the implications are. So let's go ahead and watch that.
Woman that's being sued by me for $250,000. I've spent the last 2 hours trying to make this right, trying to figure out what's going on, because I was completely and utterly unaware of this. So we reached out. Firstly, my manager reached out to this news station that ran this piece to try to get some info. And so we do have a company that goes after folks, only supposedly large corporations operating internationally that make millions and millions of dollars, making counterfeit t-shirts, things of that nature, running illegal businesses.
So I'm wondering, with that being said, is he unaware that this is an illegal practice in the United States of America? Because what she's doing and what other people are doing is not within the confines of the law. So he specifically states international. Okay, I get it. China, whatever, millions of dollars. But would his response be different if this lady was in fact making millions of dollars from the sales? Would it be different? I'd be curious to know.
And apparently this woman, Nicole, has somehow gotten wrapped into that. And that makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. So I was able to get Nicole's phone number. I spoke to her this morning. She told me that, you know, she was absolutely shocked by this. I'm so apologetic. Talking to her, it makes me sick, honestly, that this would happen, especially at the holidays. I can't imagine being in her shoes. She told me there's $5,500 locked up in her Amazon account. I'm going to double that, send her $11,000 today, just so she doesn't have anything to worry about. She was never supposed to be involved in anything like this. No fan should ever have to be involved in anything like this. And she got in trouble apparently for making tumblers. So I'm going to make my own tumbler today. It's going to go up today. I'll keep you posted on that. But
So he's encouraging it. I'm sorry, Luke Combs. You're encouraging the use of trademark and copyright concerns out there in the public and people breaking the law by doubling this lady's money and then making a tumbler and all the profits are going to her. I mean, I just don't know how I feel about that. It literally is encouraging people to do the wrong thing. Everybody who sees this response is going to say, oh, well, if I make some Luke Combs stuff, it's not a huge deal. Might as well go make some Taylor Swift stuff. And then those people, the Swiftie fans, could get in even deeper trouble. So it's encouraging bad behavior. It's encouraging bad, unlawful, unethical behavior. I'm going to get a lot of hate on this video, I think, but that's okay.
money is going to go to Nicole and her family to try to help with her medical bills. Hopefully that can help her out. And again, this is unbelievable. I was completely shocked when I saw this morning. It makes me sick. This is not something that I would ever do. This is not the kind of person I am. I'm not greedy in any way, shape, or form. Money is the last thing on my mind. I promise you guys that. And I invited Nicole and her family out to a show this year so I could give her a hug and say sorry in person. And yeah, I love you guys. I just wanted to clear that up, man, because it makes me sick for anybody to be thinking that I'm this kind of person, because I'm the farthest thing from it. So love you guys, and I'll keep you posted.
Luke, it's not about the money. Oh, I'm going to have to bleep that swear out. Obviously, I'm passionate about this. It's not about the money. It's about the law and what is right and what is wrong. So obviously, he doesn't understand the law when it comes to his brand and his personality. So again, if this person was making $1 million freaking dollars, would it be a different story? This is going to encourage the masses to go out there and do what they want to do and continue to do the wrong thing. People, you need to be creative and stop designing stuff that people just want because it's some character that they saw or whatever it is, like Bluey or Disney or NFL. I'd just be curious to know how this would be different if it was another thing. My mind's blown, y'all. So just to show y'all what I did here, I did leave a comment on Luke's video because I just can't, I can't get behind it. So hopefully I don't get flamed too bad. I have a feeling I will. And that's okay, because I would rather use this as an education moment than a moment for people to just take advantage of the situation. I'd really be curious to know what everybody's thoughts are as they go through and watch this, because again, I don't know what to think. It's mind-boggling. Some people are saying that they don't agree with what I'm saying, and that's totally fine. We can agree to disagree. I approached it in a very civil manner and have been approaching it in a very civil manner. But really, I feel like his response to this is opening the door for people to justify why it is okay to continue selling things that they're not supposed to be selling. Really, if you want to set yourself apart as a business owner, you want to be unique and creative in the fact that nobody else can do what you do. Copyright and trademark are those things that is a very delicate line. And so you want to make sure that you're educating yourself as far as what's okay, as far as parody and fair use and utilizing identities in different products and things like that. So a lot of college universities will allow you to apply for a business license. And I know a lot of people who do that for Texas A&M. Georgia Bulldogs is one that I'm working through right now because I'm in Georgia and people always are asking for that information. Just the other day, I had to turn somebody down for some work because they asked for some Georgia Bulldogs and Pittsburgh Penguins merch. And I was like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to find somebody else to do that for you because one, I'm not a licensed person to sell that information, and two, I don't deal with copyright and trademark. I'm way too pretty to go to jail. I don't want to risk losing everything that I have over, a few dollars. And in this case with this lady, she claims she made $380 off these particular tumblers, but then in the news article she's showing things that she's infringing with Ghostface and the freaking pink snack cake. So it just goes to show you that there is a level of ignorance out there, but that doesn't protect you from the law. And that's really what I want to stress in this video. So I want to have an open discussion with it. Please post your thoughts in the comments below. We'll also be discussing this over in the Facebook group. So you can go over there and we can talk about it. And if there's any questions that y'all have, let me know. I'm going to try to do some more of these videos as they come up, just simply for education purposes. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. And if you need anything else, don't hesitate to reach out. ShootingStarSVG, signing out.